Have you ever wondered where the idea that there is no salvation outside the church comes from? This doctrine, also known as extra ecclesiam nulla salus, has deep roots in Christian history and theology. Since the early centuries of Christianity, the church has seen itself as the exclusive path to salvation, based on biblical passages such as Matthew 16 verse 18, where Jesus says to Peter, "You are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it." Over the centuries, this belief was reinforced by various councils and papal declarations. The Council of Florence, for example, explicitly stated that no one can be saved except within the Catholic Church. For many theologians, this doctrine emphasizes the importance of the ecclesial community as the body of Christ on earth, mediating divine grace through the sacraments. However, the interpretation of this doctrine has not been homogeneous. While the Roman Catholic Church maintained a stricter view, other Christian traditions, such as Orthodox and various Protestant denominations, developed different understandings of the relationship between church and salvation. These variations reflect the complexities and challenges of interpreting sacred texts and traditions in diverse historical and cultural contexts. Finally, the evolution of theological thought in the 20th century brought new reflections on the doctrine. The Second Vatican Council introduced a more inclusive approach, recognizing that elements of truth and holiness can be found outside the visible limits of the Catholic Church, paving the way for broader dialogue with other religions and Christian denominations. How do different Christian denominations view the issue of salvation and the exclusivity of the Church? The answer to this question reveals a diverse panorama of beliefs and practices. In Catholicism, the doctrine that outside the Church there is no salvation was historically rigid but evolved into a more inclusive view after the Second Vatican Council. Today, the Catholic Church recognizes that people of other religions who sincerely seek God and follow their consciences can also attain salvation. The Orthodox Church, in turn, maintains that orthodoxy is the true church but does not completely exclude the possibility of salvation for those outside its visible limits. They emphasize God's mercy and the idea that complete truth resides in orthodoxy, but recognize the validity of sacraments in other Christian traditions. Among Protestants, the view varies widely. Denominations such as Baptists and Evangelicals often emphasize salvation by faith in Jesus Christ more than membership in a specific church. For many Protestants, the church is seen as a community of believers, not the exclusive mediator of salvation. More liberal and progressive churches, such as some within Anglicanism and Lutheranism, adopt an inclusive and ecumenical view, accepting that salvation can be found in multiple paths and recognizing the spiritual validity of other religions and traditions. These diverse perspectives generate intense debates within Christianity. Questions about the nature of salvation, the authority and role of the church, and the relationship between faith, works, and grace continue to be central themes of theological discussion. The belief that there is only salvation in the church also shapes the religious practice of the faithful. For many Christians, this doctrine profoundly influences their spiritual and community life. For devout Catholics, regular participation in the sacraments, especially the Eucharist, is seen as essential to maintaining saving grace. The sacramental life and adherence to church teachings form the core of the religious experience, promoting a strong community identity and a commitment to moral and spiritual life. In Orthodox churches, participation in liturgical rites and observance of traditions and fasts are also central. The ecclesial community is seen as a spiritual family, where the faithful find support and growth in faith. For many Protestants, salvation is understood as a free gift from God, received by faith in Jesus Christ. This is reflected in practices such as regular Bible reading, personal prayer, and participation in Bible study groups and worship services. The emphasis on a personal relationship with God and individual responsibility can lead to active involvement in charity work and evangelism. However, the doctrine of exclusive salvation can also generate challenges. In communities where this belief is strong, there may be a tendency to exclude or judge those who do not share the same faith. This can lead to tensions within the family and society, especially in contexts of religious pluralism. On the other hand, many faithful find comfort and meaning in the certainty of belonging to the true church. This identity can strengthen resilience in difficult times and provide a sense of purpose and direction in life. Globalization and growing religious pluralism are challenging many ancient traditions and beliefs, including this one. With easy access to information and interaction between different cultures and religions, many Christians are reevaluating their beliefs in light of new perspectives. Interfaith dialogue, promoted by various Christian institutions, is helping to build bridges of understanding and mutual respect. Modern theologians are exploring concepts of inclusivity and universality. Some propose that salvation can be understood as a dynamic and open process, accessible to all who seek the truth and live according to high ethical principles, regardless of their religious affiliation. Within Catholicism, Pope Francis has emphasized God's mercy and the importance of welcoming everyone, regardless of their religious situation. This more inclusive approach reflects a growing trend within Christianity to focus more on compassion and service to others than on strict adherence to exclusivist doctrines. However, this openness also faces some resistance. More conservative groups within various Christian denominations see these changes as a threat to the purity of the faith and the authority of the Church. The debate over exclusive salvation continues to be a lively and controversial issue. In conclusion, the doctrine that there is no salvation outside the Church is complex. Although it has deep roots in Christian history, it continues to evolve and be debated as the world changes. What is your opinion on this topic? Feel free to share your point of view here in this video. The understanding and practice of the Christian faith are enriched by dialogue and openness to new perspectives, inviting each of us to reflect on the true meaning of salvation and community. Thank you for making it this far. If you enjoyed the content, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more videos like this.